What is up YouTube? This is Carlos from Team to the Anonymous, and today we are bringing the top 10 side deck options for this upcoming June 12, 2017 format. Before we begin, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys subscribe to the channel. We're a small channel that is just getting his feet wet in this whole YouTubing thing, so any support would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, here are the top 10 side deck options for this upcoming format. Starting off at number 10, we have AntiScoffers. The reason why we have AntiScoffers at number 10 is because it will be one of the hottest side deck cards in this next format. This card shuts up the entire pendulum mechanic and slows many decks down, such as Cyclone Dino. This card is now higher on this list because we have cards such as Imperial Order, which many decks already main deck, and it does the job of stopping spell cards better than AntiScoffers. This card did see competitive play in multiple formats. Most notably Pepe when it was like $60 a copy, Draco Pow, and even during ABC format where ABC decks would name about 3 copies of this card, completely shutting out decks like Blue Eyes White Dragon and Metaphors variants alike. I would highly recommend y'all to pick up at least 2 to 3 copies of this for your side deck, as it will become useful in this upcoming format as well as Nationals. At number 9 we have Artifact Lancia. Artifact Lancia is such an amazing card because it is a hand trap that shuts off banishing during your opponent's turn, which is crucial for a lot of decks. This card has so much utility it's not even funny. True Dracos need to banish their continuous spells and traps with Masterpiece to pop cards. True King Dinos need to banish with Miscellaneous to special summon from the deck and advance their game state, as well as banish Dinosaurs to summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Of course, this also hurts other decks such as Invoked, Cosmo, and Infernoids. The best part about this is it's still an artifact, and it has synergy with Artifact Ignition. This is overall not a bad call for a side deck option in this upcoming format. At number 8 we have DV Crow. This card is crazy against so many decks, particularly those who rely on grave artifacts. This card can slow down True King Dinos by banishing the babies after they're destroyed, so they don't get the special summon, and the Miscellaneous Source so they don't get that extra special summon. This card can also get around True Dracos and their trap card True King's Return by banishing their target for special summon from graveyard. This can hurt other road decks as well, such as Paleozoic by banishing their trap cards from the grave, as well as Burning Abyss builds by banishing their Graph of the Seer. Overall, this card is a great addition to 21 side deck this upcoming format, and I would expect it to see an increase in usage. Number 7, we have Cypher Gamma. As you might have noticed, there's a pattern going on here with hand traps being prevalent on this list. The reason this is the case is because hand traps are becoming so powerful in today's metagame, and Cypher Gamma is no exception to the rule. This card is great as a budget replacement to powerhouse cards like Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, and is great going second due to the condition of having no monsters on your side of the field. It stops effects virtually anywhere they resolve, such as in the hand, field, graveyard, etc. The best part about this card is that it is non-targeting, so it makes it a viable option in the current game where targeting for the most part is bad. I would suggest picking up a playset of this card if you can't afford the Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. At number 6, we have good old Twin Twisters. This card has been a great main deck staple as well as a side deck option since its original release in Breakers of Shadow. This card is great against pendulums due to the ability to blow up pendulum skills. It's great against True King Dino as well as True Draco due to the ability to destroy Dragonic Diagram. This card can also destroy pesky backrow commonly found in Paleozoic and Zodiac matchups, as well as rogue decks. While this card is great and has stood the test of time, it has unfortunately taken a back seat to its newer counterpart found in the Dark Illusion. Overall, it's still a very solid side deck option, and not a weak card by any stretch of the imagination. At number 5, we have the better version of Spell and Trap removal this format, Cosmic Cyclone. The reason this card is so much better this format than Twin Twisters or MST at removing back row is that True Dracos have spells and traps that activate in the graveyard when they're sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard. So effectively removing them from the game would leave them at a disadvantage. Like Twin Twisters, it helps against Zodiac matchups and rogue decks. What sets this card apart is that the Zodiac combo trap card is a thing, and your opponent can shuffle any Zodiac card back into their deck, including their Zodiac Barrage. Effectively banishing the Barrage means that they can't recycle the card, and it is a big reason why you should consider side decking this card, even main decking if you so desire. At number 4, we have the Kaiju Engine. Kaijus are the handyman of Yu-Gi-Oh! Does your opponent have a monster that is virtually irremovable? A copy of Gamma Steel or any of the other Kaijus readily available for usage will do the job. This engine is ridiculous because it makes almost all monsters vulnerable, no matter what, with the obvious exception of AntiScoffers. Also, Interrupt the Kaiju Slumber is virtually a Dark Hole / Rhoda all packed up into one and can wipe entire boards like nobody's business. Cards like Masterpiece and Dryden can't really do anything when they get Kaiju'd. This is an investment us at Team 2D Anonymous highly recommend you do in your side deck. It will pay dividends, I assure you that. At number 3, we have the generic board wipes such as Regeki and Dark Hole. These cards essentially do the same job as the Kaiju Engine, yet they do it better. These cards are not susceptible to an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, and are amazing against the Zodiac matchup if they don't have a copy of My Body as a Shield face down. Overall, it would not be crazy to side deck these cards this upcoming format, especially considering how Zodiac did lose quite a bit of power in recovery with the Norden and Terror Top hits. Number 2, we have Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. This card is heavily underrated and deserves more praise than it actually gets. The fact that Norden got banned means that most players have an extra deck slot that is empty now, and that's perfect for Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. You can essentially just slap on a Dryden in your extra deck, and you can use Ghost Reaper to get rid of all the copies of Dryden your opponent has. This is also great in mirror matches such as in Zodiac and Juking Dino, getting rid of problem cards like Dryden, then juking up all calamities, etc. This is a card that is historically cheap in the market compared to other formats, and it is a great option for the side deck this upcoming format. Finally, at number 1, we have Dimensional Barrier. This card is ridiculously good since it can shut down an entire game mechanic for one entire turn. Juking Dinos relies on XC summoning and a bit of synchro summoning. Zodiac revolves around XC summons, and this card does a fantastic job at shutting down those strategies. This card is good enough to main deck and to side deck. Although this card only shuts off the mechanic for one turn, that is perfectly fine since today's game is extremely fast and the duel is usually decided by turn 3. This means that a one-turn window can give you the opportunity to effectively win the duel. I would highly recommend y'all to pick up copies of this card since it is cheaper than it has been in the past. And those are the top 10 side deck options for the June 12, 2017 format. If I left any side deck options you may prefer, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Carlos from Team 2D Anonymous signing out. Peace.